Good morning. Okay, so I had a few dreams this morning. I had a dream that I was in line to go to some event at a church. It was a really big deal. Um, I don't know if maybe I was down in Mexico or something because I was like one of maybe five white people out of hundreds of people, and I was with what I felt like was my family, like actual blood relatives, but they were all Mexican and they were all speaking Spanish, but I understood them just fine. And we had gotten there hours early to get in line, and we were one of the few that was able to reserve one of the church pews for our family. And I started getting claustrophobic, so I was like, okay, guys, I gotta go outside. And it was really hot in this part of the dream. It was hot, it was hard to breathe. And then I went outside the church doors, and it was sunny and beautiful, and the air was crisp and clean and cool, and it was really nice. And I just kind of walked around, marveling at how many people were in line to go to this church service. It might have been like, I don't know, some Easter service since Easter just passed. I know Ash Wednesday is a pretty big deal. And then, oh yeah, I remember climbing up a hill and it being too hard, so I had to crawl on my hands and my knees in my Sunday school clothes. And I was thinking, like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't get in trouble for getting my knees muddy. um, let's see, and that was it for that dream. I had another dream that I called my friend Megan, and we don't really like talk on the phone. We see each other a couple times a year usually. So me calling her on the phone is like a big deal. I called her on the phone to tell her that she was supposed to be very careful with her voice Thursday night. And then Friday morning, she was supposed to have a silent morning, so she would save her voice for the rest of Friday and Saturday. It was so important in this dream. Like, it was my mission to get her to save her voice. I don't know. Then I had another dream that it was at my childhood house. And at my childhood house, they had this really long patio. It was long and narrow. And on the patio, there was a whole bunch of tanning booth pods. I don't know. Because in the dream, it wasn't my parents' house. It was a tanning salon. So drove there, and I was in my tanning bed, and I was talking about something. I think I was ranting about dreams or souls or philosophy or something. And then my Instagram friend Zach, who lives in Morocco, appeared and was going tanning with us. And I remember him, dream logic. This is dream logic. He reached his hand over and kind of like towards me, and so then I reached my hand over towards him so we could hold hands and talk about philosophy, even though like we were enclosed in this pod. Dream logic. And also, our arms were really, really, really big and really long. Maybe that represents the way in which we met. We are enclosed in these pods, kind of behind our cell phones in countries very far away from each other. And but we're reaching out to each other. So I guess that does kind of make sense. And tanning booths, maybe our phones are giving us little rays of sunshine from each other, right? I don't know, but now that I think about that, I am finding a lot of dream meaning in that, and it's kind of cute. I have some vague memories of other dreams, like walking around in the forest barefoot, because I remember how the forest floor felt. I remember driving a car that isn't mine. I remember a side of a hill at night meeting people outside of my hotel room that were locals of this town that I traveled to. And then I love meeting locals everywhere I go. Like if I go, doesn't matter what country, what state, I will make friends. And I remember doing that in the stream. But I nearly gave up, excuse me, on my dream journaling, because for the last week I've had lots of emotional stuff, and it's easy to get discouraged, right? I mean, that's why most of us don't achieve really big goals, because we feel validated in our discouragement. And I was feeling validated in my discouragement, so I almost stopped. And I'm glad that I rallied and I did it anyway. There's a satirical YouTuber who does spiritualism satire on the hippie community, on the fake spiritual community on YouTube. And his recent video was hilarious and actually really encouraged me to not give up. So thanks, JP. And yeah, that's it. I remember my dreams just a little bit. I did lots of dream work and then I gave up. So I'm seeing the results, or lack thereof, because I didn't do all the things that I know helped me, because I thought I was going to give up. So, all right, I guess I'm going to restart. I'm going to restart everything. I'm going to restart my other techniques, and I know that it's going to start me into all those other dreams. Epic. Okay, guys. Maybe even I'm going to try to take another nap so I can dream more. Okay. Night.